Janet, I had to contact you again to ask for a favor. Hello, Susan. I'm just taking a break. What's up? I'm going out with a friend. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, I see. That's exciting, isn't it? So, I thought I'd like to dress up for the occasion. I bought a whole set of clothes online. What? A whole set? Did you buy that many? Because all my friends are fashionable. If I was the only one wearing old-fashioned clothes, that would be embarrassing. I see. The whole thing cost me just under $1,000. Huh? That much? You live on a pension. Can you afford it? It can't be helped. If you want to be fashionable, you have to spend money. I don't know. I'm sure there are plenty of reasonably priced, fashionable clothes out there. What? You want me to wear cheap, shabby clothes? I'm not saying that. I just thought you should spend within your means. Don't worry about that. So, the clothes I bought are coming in tomorrow. I won't be home tomorrow and I won't be able to get them. So I had them sent to you COD. Please take care of them. Cash on delivery to me? Why? That's not good. Because you work from home, right? Then why don't you just get them for me? Yes, I can get them. But it's cash on delivery, right? Less than $1,000? I don't have the money to pay for it. I usually pay by credit card or apps, and I don't have that much money at home. Huh? You guys don't even have $1,000 at home? That's really pathetic. Even if you say you don't have it, I'm pretty sure it will arrive tomorrow. You're going to have to pay for it. If you don't have it, please withdraw the money. Oh no. Susan, how many times have you done this? You say you won't be home tomorrow, but it's definitely on purpose. Every time, you send me something cash on delivery because you're not home. Do you have any idea how many times I've had to pay for you? How many times have I done that? I've forgotten. You're so rude saying that. I didn't say that I wouldn't pay you back. If you forget how many times it's happened, it means I've paid for you that many times. This is the 10th time, and including this amount, I've already paid almost $3,000 for you. Oh my God! Did you even count them? What do you mean? We don't have a lot of money. If we had to pay such a large sum of money, we wouldn't be able to save at all. You are overreacting. I wouldn't mind if I just pay for you temporarily. But you haven't paid me back even once. You've been buying COD with the intention of forcing me to pay for them, haven't you? What? Don't talk to me like that. If you don't intend to impose on me, please return the money now. Besides, first it was around $20. Now it's $1,000. Why do I have to go and withdraw money for you? Even though I work from home, I'm still working. You're so cocky. How dare you talk to your mother-in-law that way? I wonder if your parents raised you wrong. You can talk about me all you want. But please don't talk about my parents like that. Also, this money is indeed a big amount. Please, return it quick. I understand, but I'm busy right now with getting ready for the trip. Can I do it after I get back? Are you going on a trip, Susan? Yes. I told you I bought clothes because I'm meeting a friend. I bought the clothes for the trip. Where are you going? Dubai! What? Dubai? Are you going that far? Will you be able to afford it? Aren't you worried about the money? Unlike you, my generous daughter is going to pay for it for me. Huh? Is she going to pay for the whole trip? That's right. I can always count on my own daughter after all. Well, if it was Dubai, wouldn't it cost at least $3,000? It's not that cheap. We're staying in a nice hotel, and we've signed up for a lot of tours. Are you sure she's going to pay for all of it? I told you she is. You're so annoying. Oh no. I'm going to have coffee with a friend right now to discuss our trip. Planning a trip is really fun. I understand that, but... Anyway, I've asked you to get the clothes tomorrow. See you. Hey. Janet, I'll tell you more about it when I get back, but there's something I wanted to discuss with you. Can we talk now? I just finished work, and I'm on the train on my way home, so texting would be fine. Bob, you must be tired from your business trip. Are you done for the day? Yeah, I finished early today. Tomorrow, if everything goes well, I'm returning home at a designated hour. Well, that's good. So, what did you want to talk about? Not about me. My sister called me earlier and... Your sister? What's going on? I just got off work and looked at my WhatsApp. I got a long message from her. I was so surprised. It seems my mom is controlling her finances. What do you mean? I think I told you that my sister works for a friend of my mother's. Somehow, her salary was deposited into my mother's account. What? I don't know why that was happening, but she quit her job 2 months ago. Really? Maybe she did it to prevent that from happening. That's one thing, but her boss was making advances to her. The guy is married, and she has a boyfriend, but he asked her to go out with him. When she refused, her boss started harassing her. What the hell is that? I can't stand that kind of thing. Taking advantage of being a boss? I know. So my sister talked to her boyfriend about it, and at first, she thought about reporting it to someone higher up in the company. But she wanted to quit the company because of Mom, and she thought it would be a good opportunity to do so. She quit the company voluntarily. So my mother can no longer spend her money freely. She wrote in WhatsApp that Mom was angry about it, saying, "How could you quit the company without telling me?" That's crazy. I see. 2 months ago. I got it. About what? I told you that she would go shopping and had COD to us, right? I've warned her every time, but she never listens. That started right around that time, right? Yeah. She can no longer freely use your sister's money. She's now using the payment on delivery system to spend our money. I was going to tell you tomorrow when you get home, but yesterday, she called me again and made me pay $1,000 for clothes. What? $1,000? That's a lot of money. Yes. I told her that we didn't have that kind of money at home. But she had already arranged it and asked me to withdraw it. I'm so sorry. I know it's not your fault, but this is the 10th time. But if we had to pay such a large sum of money, no matter how hard we work, we wouldn't be able to save any money. If anything, we might even lose money. That's right. We have to do something. What about talking to your father? Well, I can talk to him, but he is under her thumb. And she's controlling their finances, so I don't know if I can count on him. I see. So, about your sister? She was working for the same company since she graduated from college. So she was supposed to have a nice severance package. Supposed to? You mean she didn't get any? She didn't want Mom to take any more money. So she asked them to transfer that money into her own bank account. But the retirement money was transferred to Mom's account as well. Oh no. She expected to get the money in a month, but it wasn't deposited even after 2 months. She thought it was strange. So she contacted the company and that's what they told her. What a company! It's a good thing your sister quit. Can't she get it back from your mom? She called Mom and asked her to give it back, but it seems she already spent it. Huh? Already? She used that money to pay for her overseas trip. What? A trip to Dubai? I didn't even hear where. Is she going to Dubai? Such an expensive place. I told you that your mother contacted me yesterday. She said then that your sister was going to pay for it. She is out of control. I wanted to do something about it, so I brought this up to you. Yep, I want to help your sister. I knew you would say that, Janet. Thank you. She's always nice to me and I love her. And Susan is indeed too much. You're right. My sister has been under her thumb, and she does most of the housework at home. I think she should leave my parents' house. I agree. We and your sister can't keep Susan treating us like this. You're right. We've had it. When I get home tomorrow, we'll talk about it more and we'll discuss it in detail. We can't let Mom buy stuff and send us any more, so this is a good opportunity. Okay, I'll be waiting for you. Thank you. Janet, I'm home. I got back from Dubai a few hours ago. It was amazing. I wish I could have stayed longer. Welcome back, Susan. It sounds like you had a nice trip. I mean, I went to Dubai for 2 weeks with my good friend. Of course it was fun. I'll go on another trip, so you should pay for it this time, Janet. That's... By the way, I asked you to get COD, right? I wanted it as soon as I got back from my trip. I told you that I would be back home in the evening, and I asked you to bring it to me. But when are you doing that? I told you that I wouldn't get it. How can you not listen to me? Give me a break. We've already moved out, so if you send a package to our old address, we won't get it. I'm sure they're sending packages back now saying they couldn't deliver. What? Who? It's me, your son Bob. What? Bob? Why are you texting from her WhatsApp? I saw your messages to her, and you kept harassing her. I couldn't stand it, so I borrowed her phone. Mom, who do you think you are? You think a mother-in-law is better than a daughter-in-law? I do think so. A daughter-in-law should listen to her mother-in-law. Huh. We could tolerate getting this stuff for you, but why do we have to pay? Stop it. Why don't you help me out a little? A little? Last time it was $1,000. This time, $200. We can't afford that kind of money. Oh, it was a lot cheaper than last time. That's not the point. What do you mean you moved out? You didn't tell me. No, I didn't. Where did you move to? I won't forgive you if it's far away. I don't need your forgiveness. Besides, I'm not going to tell you where we've moved to. Huh? That's unacceptable. I'm sorry, but I don't consider you my parent anymore. What are you talking about? I can't believe what you've been doing to us. You have no intention of paying us back, do you? That's... I'm telling you, my sister feels the same way. That can't be true. She's a kind girl, unlike you and Janet. She even paid for this trip to Dubai. About that, you asked your friend to change the bank account for my sister's severance pay, didn't you? What you're doing is a crime. You can't just use someone else's money without permission, even among family members. Huh? A crime? That can't be true. You're right. She's nice. She's saying that if she can cut you off, she'll give you this money as a gift. She is too nice, even though you took half of her salary. Well, I guess that's how much she wants to cut you off. Wait a minute. What do you mean by cut me off? She hasn't come home yet. Her stuff is gone too. She moved out too. Huh, you're kidding. I'm not kidding. I told her to leave the house. We helped her move. I figured it was a good time to leave while you were on a trip. Oh no! She's going to start working next month at the company I know. Can't she commute from there? Hey, you're going after her paycheck again, aren't you? It's obvious. She's a lot more independent than you think, Mom. She's found a job and already started working for a new company. She thanked me for helping her out. Of course, she's not going to tell you where she's moved to or where she's working. And she's finally cutting you off. What is your father doing? He's really useless. You better put a stop to this. I knew you didn't notice. What? Dad left too. Do you see his belongings? When I told Dad that we had moved out and that Julie would move out of your house, he said he'd be leaving too, and that he would divorce you. Then is he with Julie? No, she has a boyfriend, so he wouldn't do that. Huh? She has a boyfriend? You didn't know? Mom, all you cared about is squeezing money out of people. You're really not interested in your family. Why did he leave? Why don't you ask Dad directly? That is, if you can get in touch with him. Also, why don't you ask yourself? That's absurd. Janet's already blocked you. And I'll block you too. We won't have much chance to see each other from now on. Take care. Bye. You're kidding. Wait a minute. Bob, what should I do? Don't block me. Please, don't give up on me. Dad ended up divorcing Mom. Mom thought he was the only one she could count on. She made it very difficult to do it. Dad contacted Mom's brother and explained the situation to him. He apologized and helped him to get a divorce. He told me that he was enjoying living alone now. My wife and I have been able to save money again for a few months now, which had been in the red due to my mother's spending spree. We are relieved about that. Above all, I'm really glad that Janet is free from Mom's harassment. My sister is also really happy to be free from Mom. She is enjoying her new job and said she would seriously consider marrying her boyfriend soon. I don't know how Mom is doing now. I'm sure she will have to work. I hope this will help her understand the value of money.
Sharon, are you in your room?
Oh, home already, are we?
What do you mean I always come home at this time? Look, Sharon, I don't really want to tell you over and over, but can you really not do anything about this sofa in the living room?
Huh? What is it, Mrs. Brown?
You were eating cookies while on the sofa, weren't you? There are crumbs everywhere. Can't you at least clean up your own mess?
Things like that should be taken care of by the people who are bothered by it.
What?
I didn't find it messy at all. You're the one who found it messy, so shouldn't you be the one to clean it up, Mother? Just because I'm your son's wife and agree to live with you doesn't mean I'm responsible for everything around the house. So stop asking me to do everything, will you?
Agree to live with me?
That's right. To be honest, I'm not really excited having to look after an old lady. But still I agreed to come and live here, so I think I deserve some appreciation. If you want me to help, you better treat me better.
That's how you saw this?
I'm busy taking pictures for Instagram, so could you please go and clean the sofa, which was apparently so dirty? Go and make some dinner while you're at it, too. You went out again, Beth? Honestly, I don't know where you go off to every day, but you really don't get tired of it, do you?
What? But
You're obviously in good shape if you can go off somewhere every day like that. There's really no excuse for you not to do the housework, right?
Sharon, you've got to do some of the housework too, you know?
What?
We talked about this when you moved in. I have a job and have to go to work while you're a housewife. I'm not telling you to do everything, but you gotta pull your own weight if you're gonna live here.
What is this job of yours you're talking about?
What do you mean?
I don't see how going out every day is a job. Hold on. Please don't tell me that going to the casino every day to gamble is this job you're talking about. I'd hate it if my husband's mother was a gambling addict.
Why you? Just what do you think I am exactly?
Huh? Well, a lonely old widow who lost the husband supporting her, I guess. Of course, we couldn't just leave someone like that alone. Which is why my husband and I reluctantly agreed to move in and take care of you. I'll say this one more time. If you want me to take care of you after you retire, you better treat me with a bit more respect. How you treat me now will determine my attitude towards you later on. Understand?
So that's how you saw this situation? I knew it.
If you don't like it, you can always just leave, you know. Now that your husband is gone, the house is now our property.
It seems that you've got even that wrong.
Actually, could you just leave already? No matter how many times I tell you, you never improve. Not even a single apology. I just can't bear you anymore. Obviously, this means I won't be taking care of you anymore.
I see. It seems the two of us just can't get along with each other. I'm not going to cause you any more trouble.
Thanks for being so understanding. Just know that if you come crying later on begging for me to look after you once you're old and helpless, that I won't do a thing.
That's never gonna happen, so don't worry.
Really? Well, good luck on your own. Mrs. Brown, I heard that you were almost kicked out of the house. Are you all right?
Oh, hello, Amanda. You heard the news?
I heard from Sharon. She's told me that she's put up with you and kicked you out. And that you might come and leech on us here instead.
Well, well.
I have no idea on what she means by leeching on us. Sharon's the one who should get out.
Truly.
What did her husband have to say about it? It doesn't matter whether it's his wife or not. This is going too far.
He's been abroad on work for 10 days now. I plan on talking to him about this incident, but he won't be home for another 2 months or so.
Well, it's the times, I guess. It's hard these days to just go in out of the country.
Well, I did want to part with her. I guess I got my wish granted. Anyways, it seems that I need to find a new place to live.
Mrs. Brown? If you like, you can come here and live with us until you find a new place to live.
Really?
You see, I already talked about it with my husband and he said I should contact you and invite you to come and stay with us. I know you prefer to be on your own, but I thought that your current priority should be to get away from Sharon as soon as possible.
I guess so. You seem to understand me much more than Sharon does, so I might just take on your offer and stay over there until I find a new place to live.
We'll be glad to have you. My. So, now you're going to your other son's family? I knew it! You really had to find someone else to leech off of, now that I'm not there to help you, huh? It's just sad, really.
It seems you won't understand unless I spoon-feed it to you, so I'll explain it carefully. I'm only going to be staying at Charles' place until I find a new place to live.
What? That's what you're saying now, but you plan on staying in the inn, aren't you? I mean, I guess it can't be helped. You're an old lady with no income of her own.
It seems that there's a big understanding here. I have a job, you know.
Huh?
I'm a manager at Ford, you know, the car manufacturer. There's a huge signboard near the station, so I'm pretty sure even you have heard of it. I've been working there ever since I graduated junior college.
Really? Ford? So where you were going every day was...
I wasn't going out. I was going to work every day from Monday to Friday.
Oh, so that's what that was.
Did you really not notice anything even after living together for 1 month?
I always thought that you were just off having fun somewhere.
Didn't I tell you that I had a job when we talked about who would do what around the house?
What? Really?
Also, I already have a plan for when I retire, so no need to worry about me. I already saved up some money so as to not be a burden to my sons and their families. My sons already know about this.
Is that so?
Anyways, didn't you two only move in with me in the first place since the company house you rented had to be renewed? You two were supposed to move out once it was over, right?
But I thought that we were going to be staying here permanently.
Jesus, you seem to have not understood a thing. I wonder what the conversation we had before you moved in was for.
But
that's why you were so aggressive towards me. You thought that I was the one who needed help? You really should be more careful about your behavior from now on, Sharon.
wait, does that mean... Mother, why does it say that you sold the house? I understand that you already have your retirement planned out, but you can't just go and sell our property. This is a crime. You hear me? I'm telling the police. Wait. Don't tell me that this is how you planned on getting the money for your retirement?
Sharon, honestly, I'm not even surprised anymore. You've got it all wrong again. That house is my property, not yours.
What? What do you mean, your property?
That house used to be my uncle's. He never had any children, so it was passed down to me, his nephew. That house has been my property ever since he passed.
That's impossible!
I have fond memories of that house, but ultimately I decided that it should be sold.
Why not just give it to your eldest son instead of selling it off? Why'd you have to sell it?
It's because I had decided that if there were any arguments concerning the house's ownership, I would sell it without any second thoughts. Weren't you the one who started it by kicking me out?
But still...
There's no point arguing anymore. The sale's already done.
It's my fault?
I heard that the renewal of the company house finishes this month. Whether you do or do not understand what I said, pack up and move out by the end of next month. Will you?
Beth, why? What happened? Your son told me he wanted to divorce as soon as he got back. He even said that we're not going to be moving to the company house anymore.
Ah, so that's how he handled it?
What? What do you mean?
I told my sons about the conversations we've been having ever since you moved in.
You what?
I'm not surprised, really. You don't listen to a word I say and seem to get everything wrong. On top of that, you talk down to his mother and treat her like some sort of maid. No wonder he wanted to get a divorce.
How is it my fault? How was I supposed to know that you had a job and the house was yours?
What do you mean, how was I supposed to know? I'm pretty sure I explained this to you quite clearly. Honestly, I'm amazed someone can just ignore what people say as well as you do. Either way, that attitude itself is enough reason for anyone to not want to bother you. My son has every reason to want a divorce.
But that's so unfair! I don't want to get divorced!
Even if I did want to help you, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about it. Talk to your husband about it, will you? Goodbye, then.
Wait! This is a big problem for me! My parents found out what happened and told me not to come home. I was an embarrassment, they said. But I'm a housewife and I can't make a living on my own, so... I know, why don't you let me stay with you? You know, like one of those room shares? I won't be able to pay rent, but this time I'll do the housework. It'll be a win-win situation. You've already found a new place to live, right? Tell me your address. Why are these messages unread?
According to my son, the house I left was a complete mess when he returned from abroad. Apparently, there were even cockroaches everywhere. He wanted to divorce as soon as he saw it. He said, Sharon resisted at first, but he managed to make it official a month later. Sharon began working at some company a relative of hers introduced her to and entered a dormitory for employees. But she was so lazy that they eventually had to fire her. I wonder if it's because she's never actually worked a day in her life. After that, she went to the Miami and tried leeching off of some rich man she met. But of course, that didn't go well either, and was tried for stalking charges. What happened to her after that, I have no idea.